Bunny motion, been in the ocean, razzmatazz, and I love you. Holy smokes, on Atlantic Ocean, you can do anything that you wanna do. You can sing 4 songs, you can dance in the 12 canyons, drink 8 beers, break the rules and take 6 chances, laugh 9 laughs and shed 3 tears. Eat that watermelon, drink that moonshine, she's the lady and you're the lord, or a mail pouch that you will keep in line. Drive all over in your granddaddy's Ford. Small talk, big talks, hugs, and kisses, strum a little number under a guitar. If you want to charm it off, you're bunny to misses. Go catch a fly, stick him in a jar. Take off your clothes and throw it in the river. Wash your body and stick it in the sun. Get that girl anything you can give her. You can give her the bullets, you can give her the gun.
Do you love this fish?
I want the fish to breathe with, to hump the fish, take care of it. I want my coochie to smell like the fish. I want my breast soaked in the juice of the fish. I fancy everyone who knows where my true heart belongs. This is a monogamous fish. She's not for sharing. Fish coochie, fish moochie. Fish juice all over my hungry, lingering body. There was a boy, he was bullied so hard. In school, they called him Skip Marcus. You were born here, and you never get the chance to leave. They're all telling you here is nothing for you outside of Hasselager.
You have teeth beneath your coochie. I feel bad for you, Deborah. Your coochie is way too sharp. Go to the dentist or get a job. You look like a slob and you are a slob, but you will get through Hasselager with a good old hunchback on your back.
The neighbors are hoarders and into feederism. Piles of junk, piles of feces, and large carcasses of endangered animals. As kids, we would peek through the few windows that were not buried up. That was how we learned what sex was. The wife went into the bariatric surgery. Angry, she came out looking the exact same as before. She went into a mania that led into an infection. Junk and large amounts of feces were the case. She died of sepsis, and she had a Christian burial. Her husband likes little girls now and tries to feed them up too. He likes them chubby and voluptuous. There lies syringes in the playground, dug down and hidden in the sandcastles that the kids play with. Scooter gangs selling bad hash, and a hateful regime targeting cats. In here lived a child taxidermist. She could stuff anything for money. Gerda got her late husband's cock embalmed. She wears it tied around her waist on a belt. She wears it with pride because it was very large. Everyone here is so friendly. When the lunatic asylum closed down, they let all their patients loose in town with nowhere to go. They longed to go back to the hospital, but it was now converted into apartments for richer, and the lunatics would keep on standing outside the complexes, all lost and hopeless, until their eyes popped out. Schools here did not run. Kids were bored, teachers quit, teachers got pregnant by the other teachers, and the teachers murdered each other in cold blood. Some kids had nowhere to go. They would sleep in abandoned sheds, burned down houses, and in automobiles. They would trade blowjobs for cigarettes, join illegal trading rings, or simply make the most of what they had. I once saw a man, he was out fishing, and he caught a small sturgeon. He pulled his dick out in his knee-length camo shorts and pissed directly on the fish. He later sold it to the market.
You're so beautiful. You're such a nice fish. You have a wonderful personality. You and me, we get along so great. Like two peas in a pot, but you have fish. A beautiful fish.
In wintertime, people would sled on pool rings on the hill leading down to the highway, causing trouble with the traffic, and many incidents happened. I once saw a 5-year-old blonde boy found in a lucky house cat. The cat had a stick up its ass, and the boy swung it around like a wreck. It was viewed by the public. They all clapped and sang a goodbye kitty lullaby in their best high-pitched church voices. At the end of this dark and crooked road is a hideaway spot for married men. It's where they go to cheat on their wives. It's a hookah hotspot. But in Hasselager, everyone knows each other, so it's made for strange encounters and reunions. Occasionally, the wives would go there too to sell their bodies, or in recent years to have sex with other women. Parking lot next to it was an occasional dogging spot and sightseeing spot for curious-minded, and melting pot for sexual lust, or where people went to simply just watch. The world's most dangerous prison is in this town. I once saw an inmate, an old lady with swollen hands. I let my impulsive thoughts win, and I touched the swollen hands, and they grabbed me. This old couple has a basement full of canned goods. Legends say they killed multiple men. We call it botulism basement. They run a secret botulism ring. They sell cans to names that are put carefully on a list. They are old, so many wrinkles, cataract, compression socks, and old homemade straw hats. They are rulers of this town. Their words are a law, and they are worshipped by the locals. They believed in marriage only between man and woman, or woman and animal companion. Their latest name was an innocent fish. Many local women had eyed to marry to avoid being stuck with Hasselager men and boys for eternity. It brought sorrow, and so the fish had a Christian burial.
shadow